Good afternoon, and welcome to our lesson on probability involving dice. A dice is an object that has given numbers, and the most common one are numbers 1 through 6. Now, probability is the number of specific outcomes divided by the number of all outcomes. So, let's say we're dealing with a six-sided dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we like to find the probability of rolling a 2. Now, here's how I like to do dice problem. You don't have to do it my way, but this is the way I like to do it. First, I like to write out all the possibilities. So you notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then whatever they're asking, I like to circle that. They said rolling a 2. Okay, let me circle all the 2s. Okay, you'll notice that I circled one number, but there's a total of 6 numbers. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do 1 divide 6. And that's equal to 0.167. And that's all you do. Alright, the next one says rolling less than 3. Well, numbers less than 3 would be 2 and 1. This time, I circled 2 numbers. So to answer the question, I would do 2 divide 6, which is equal to 0.333. The next question is rolling numbers greater than 1. Well, bigger than 1, that would be like 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Notice that this time I circled 5 numbers. So what I'd like to do is 5 divide 6. And that's equal to 0.833. And then finally, rolling even numbers. Well, numbers that are even would be like 2, 4, and 6. Notice that I circled 3 numbers. Okay, let's do 3 divide 6, which is equal to 0.5. Let's do some more examples, shall we? So again, we're dealing with dice, and we like to roll a 3. Okay. Well, I only circled one number, so I'm going to do 1 divide 6. And 1 divide 6 is equal to 0.167. Next up is rolling numbers less than 5. Well, smaller than 5 would be like 4, 3, 2, and 1. I circled 4 numbers. All right, fair enough. 4 divide 6 is 0.667. Next, we have rolling a number greater than 4. Well, numbers bigger than 4 would be 5 and 6. I circled 2 numbers. Okay, let's do 2 divide 6, which is 0.333. Next, it's asked rolling an odd number. Well, odd numbers would be like 1, 3, and 5. So I circled 3 numbers. And 3 divide 6 is equal to 0.5. Now this next one is a trick. Rolling a 7. Well, there's no 7s. So that means I circled 0 numbers. So 0 divides 7 is still 0. Alright, very good. No, that's not how I want to do that. So 0 out of 6 is 0. There we go. Okay, so example 3 is something that you would see in the homework. Rolling a 4 or greater than 3. Let me deal with rolling a 4 first. So I circled the 4. Now greater than 3, that would be like 4, which we already circled, but I circled it again. And 5 and 6. There are 3 numbers circled. So that means we're going to do 3 divide 6, which is 0.5. Alright, next question. Rolling less than 5 or even? Let's start with the less than 5. So that includes 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's circle all the even numbers. So that would be 2, which is already circled, 4, already circled, and 6. Notice there are a total of 5 numbers circled. So therefore, I like to do 5 divide 6, which is 0.833. All right, next I like to roll a 4 or an odd. So first, let me circle the 4. Now I'll circle all the odd numbers, 1, 3, and 5. And what you notice is there are 4 numbers circled. So the 4 divided 6 is 0.667. All right, excellent. Now, sometimes you may have dice that are not 6-sided. Let's say in example 4, you have an 8-sided dice. Well, we're going to do the same thing, but instead of dividing by 6, we'll just divide by 8. Okay, so rolling a 4. All right, well, I only circled one number, so that means I'm going to do 1 divide 8. And that's equal to 0.125. All right, less than 5. Well, less than 5 is 4, 3, 2, 1. I circled 4 numbers. So therefore, 4 divide 8 is 0.5. Okay, more than 2. Well, more than 2 would be like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I circled 6 numbers. So we're going to do 6 divide 8, which is equal to 0.75. Now, this last one's a trick question, rolling a 9. There are no 9s, so I circled nothing. So therefore, I'll do 0 divide 8, and 0 divide anything is 0. Okay, so for example 4, this time we have a 12-sided dice. Okay, we'll do the same thing, we'll just divide by 12. Alright, so rolling a 7. There's just one 7. So we're going to do 1 divide 12. 1 divide 12 is equal to 0.083. Okay, rolling numbers less than 9. That would be like 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 8 numbers. So we'll do 8 divide 12, which is equal to 0.667. And then finally, more than 8. That would be like 9, 10, 11, and 12. So for that, we're going to do 4 divide 12. 4 divide 12, which is 0.333. Okay, excellent. Now, there may be questions where that involves rolling a dice and spinning a spinner. So, let's just do, so the trick to this is do one at a time, then we'll multiply our answers. So our first question is rolling a 2 and landing on green. Well, rolling a 2, let's see, how many 2s are there? That's going to be 1 out of 6. Now, landing on green is going to be 1 out of 4. Because if you look at the spinner, there's only one green spot, but there's 4 colors. When you're done, multiply across. So you get 1 out of 24. And 1 divided by 24 is I should put that in the calculator, 0.042. And this would be considered unusual because 0.042 is less than 0.05. All right, well, our next question is less than 3 or blue? Well, less than 3 would be like 2 and 1. So that's going to be 2 out of 6. Now landing on blue is the same thing, 1 out of 4. And once again, we'll multiply across. So this time we get 2 out of 24. And if you divide 2 divide 24, you're going to get 0.083. So that concludes our lesson on dice and spinners. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you and have a great day.